Thank you so very much, and especially for giving me an opportunity to be part of this very, very special evening and to say a few words about a person I admire so very, very much. Rudy and I, of course, go way, way back. I first got to know him over 30 years ago when I became the university's chief academic officer and he was dean of the business school. Believe me, things were quite different in the business school back then. It was over-enrolled, underfunded. I suspect Dean Anand say that hasn't changed, but we'll let that go. And it was housed in a dilapidated facility. But none of this stopped Rudy because he had a vision of building a great business school. Fortunately, Rudy didn't just have a vision. He also has several qualities that enabled him to move toward that vision, qualities I have always appreciated. First, he has what I call optimistic persistence. Rudy knew that if Rome couldn't be built in a day, neither could a great business school. For sure, we had our ups and downs in those years. Uneven funding, an administrative structure back then that had the business school not even reporting to the campus administration. That's how low the priority was for the business school back then. Fortunately, with Rudy's help, we got that fixed pretty quickly. But through these challenging times, I saw in Rudy that he epitomized what I have come to believe is one of the most important qualities of an effective leader: a realistic but unflaggingly optimistic outlook. Where others saw problems, Rudy saw opportunities. A second quality Rudy possesses is his resourcefulness. In many ways, he was the university's first entrepreneur, and this was long before that term became the buzzword that it is today. In fact, I've seen him referenced as the godfather of entrepreneurship. When Rudy and I first began working together, the university was at a very nascent stage of fundraising and external relations. Rudy knew he couldn't build the school he envisioned without the help of donors and external advisors. He was one of, if not the first dean, to create an external advisory board that Bill Mayer served on, and a stellar board it was. Not only did this group help Rudy shape his vision of the school, they became important champions of moving toward that vision. They also helped Rudy mount a significant fundraising effort. The results of these efforts have shaped the marvelous Robert H. Smith School that we have today. Perhaps Rudy's greatest accomplishment in this area was the partnership with Michael Dingman to create the Dingman Center for Entrepreneurship. Rudy and I took countless trips to New York City to talk to Michael Dingman. It took us a while to get the concept in the form Michael wanted, but Rudy finally did. And what a resource this magnificent center has become for us today. And then there was the courting of Leo Van Munching. I'll never forget the joyous day when we opened this building and the event when Leo Van Munching and his family came here for the naming ceremony. There can be no doubt that this wonderful building is the house that Rudy built. Now, an important point to make about Rudy's body of work is that great universities aren't built by all elements of the university rising to excellence simultaneously. They are built by developing peaks of excellence and using these peaks to be the tide that raises the level of all programs to excellence. That's why what Rudy has accomplished is so important to this university. His vision, his drive for excellence, his optimistic persistence enabled him to lay the foundation for this great business school, and in a larger sense, help lay the foundation for the great university we have become today. And what's so impressive is that Rudy accomplished all this while being seen by his colleagues unfailingly as a very nice and caring person, both in the school and across the campus. In closing, let me note that Rudy also possesses a quality that, quite frankly, has been a bit of an irritant to me. That's what I call his Dorian Gray quality. Now, Rudy has always been older than I am. But darn it, he never looked that way. Rudy, I see that a little gray has finally crept into your hair. But still, of course, far more has crept into mine. So, Rudy, on this very special occasion, I salute you for your youthful spirit and appearance, your consistent can-do attitude, your unflagging optimism and persistence in the face of overwhelming challenges, and your supportive and wonderful friendship over all these years. And most especially, I salute you for what you have meant to this university. We are the university we are today in no small measure because of the trail you blazed and the role model you have been for so many others. Congratulations and heartfelt thanks for all you have meant to so many of us and to this institution for over 40 years.